Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phay, and welcome to the channel. So, what do you call a Bigfoot that does ceramics? Harry Potter. Today, we're taking a look at Planet Unknown from Adam's Apple Games. Now, this is a game for, 1 to 6 players, and it has this really cool little Lazy Susan, these little Tetris tiles. And basically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to draft these Tetris tiles, put them on a planet, try to get some resources, and basically score the most points in this particular game. The game looks absolutely fantastic, super cool. My buddy Chris just bought this game, gave it to me so that I can get an unboxing of this and show you guys what it looks like. So let's head down to the table. Let's open this thing up and let's take a look at the inside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is Planet Unknown. And like I said, this is by Adam's Apple Games. 1 to 6 players. You're looking at about 70 minutes to play it, ages 10 and up. Now, like I was saying earlier, man, this thing has this really cool looking Lazy Susan that is just really neat looking, and I like the way this actually works. And then everyone's going to, of course, get these little planet tiles where they're drafting all these little Tetris tiles. It just looks really cool. I'll tell you what, let's just get this thing open up. I'm going to stop talking because you may have already, may know what this game already looks like on the inside. I don't really know. If you do, that's totally awesome. Thank you for sticking around. So let's see what we have. But, and this one I think has been out for a couple years now, and it's one that always really interests me, and I totally forgot about it. So I'm happy that my buddy Chris got it so he can let me do this because the game looks great. Okay. Now, we're going to open this thing up, and the first thing we're going to get is looks like a little score pad. Okay. And are they? Nope, just one-sided score sheet, but that's okay. You know what? Because it looks like we have 2 of them. Why they didn't double-side them, I have no idea. Maybe it was cheaper just to do it this way. But there you go. Plenty of score sheets for you. All right. Looks like we're going to have some wooden resources. These, I believe, are like the asteroids is what those are. Little wooden tokens. They look good. I have seen all the deluxe components for this game, and they look good. I will say that. But honestly, this works perfect for me. I actually like the way all these look. And these are, I think they're like little ice crystal type things or something. And then, oh, hey, look at that. Is that a first player marker? Not really sure what that is, but these kind of look like the other ones. They look good. Okay, they're just wooden as well. No problems whatsoever with the way those things look. Okay, now we're going to get a whole bunch of just acrylic cubes. Now, the acrylic cubes are for tracking all your different tracks. So I'm not really going to pull these out of the bag. We all know what little acrylic cubes look like. We've seen them a gazillion times. We're going to get a couple little bags we can put everything in. We got a few more bags here. Now we are going to get a couple cards. They're little small cards. You're going to come with the game. We'll open those in a little bit. But these are really cool. I like these. These are the little rovers. And they almost look like they're 3D printed, but I don't know. They're not. They just look fantastic. I mean, they're just little teeny tiny guys. I'll tell you what, just put a little bit of a wash on them, a little primer and a wash. Those things just pop out. Paint those little tires black. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those things look super cool. All right. Put them off to the side. Now, let's take a look at what all these cards are going to look like. We'll get the knife out in case we have to. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes these things open, sometimes they don't. Today, they're not going to. I don't know what it is, man. Some of these companies use some, man, I don't know what they're using for their covers for these things, but holy crud. All right, there we go. Got that one popped open. Now, let's see what are these cards. Looks like we might have 2 different types of cards. I'm trying to see. Nope, these are complete. Oh, these must, I think these are the, well, I don't know because they're 2-sided. So I'll tell you what, let's just look at them. These are, I think, objective cards. That's what it is. And I know there's some solo ones too, so I'm not really sure what's what. So I'm just going to kind of go through them. And it looks like there might be multiples of the same one. All right. So I'll just let you pause if you want to take a look at them a little bit closer. And we'll look at the other side of these as well. There's not a whole lot of cards. There's not really a whole lot to this game. The nice thing is this looks like it's a really good family game. I was kind of looking up the rating on it. It's rated super high on BGG for family, which is one of the things that just kind of really excited, me and Chris when we were talking about this game. So, okay, collect the most mines. Oh, that's the life pods, meteorites. All right, now what's the backside of these going to look like? Okay, so complete these. All right, now these are private objectives. So what are these? These are neighbor objectives. Oh, maybe they're two-sided for solo and non-solo. I don't know. So the private objectives could be, I really have no idea. I saw a little bit on this game on how it plays, and it looks like all these are worth 5 points, and you got to try to meet these particular objectives. Whoops. And then that's how you're going to get your points. I know in the solo game, it's all about scoring the most points, and you got to try to get it like 60 points, and this is going to be modified based on your difficulty and this and that. So, yeah, and this is one that I definitely want to try to play this one solo. I definitely want to try to play this one multiplayer. I just want to see how this thing plays. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get this other one. I'm not even going to try to open it up. We're just going to just cut it open and see what it does. All right. Oh, so these are the alerts, green alerts, like the event deck. Okay. All right. And I think this whole thing looks like it's the event deck. All right. Now, it looks like they might all be different as well. So I'll give you a second on each one, just like normal. Okay. Give it a little go. And I know definitely with the event deck, the event in the solo game for sure, I know the event deck is your timer. There's like 20 cards in this event deck, and basically have 20 rounds to get everything done. I can only assume that it's the same thing happens in the regular player game. You have so many green cards, so many orange cards, so many red cards that are going to appear in that event deck. And every turn you're turning one over, something happens. I believe it's that way for both. I could be wrong. I'm sure it's got to be that way. I don't know. But the cool thing is from what I've seen of the events, I like how they just kind of really mess things up. Okay. I mean, you may have some, goal card that you're trying to complete, and they take one of your goal cards away from you, or make you have to put more, asteroids or something like that on your planet, or meteorites on your planet. So just do they just really mess you up all kinds of different ways. Now I'm wondering if the green cards do something, are a little more mild. The red cards are really bad, and then the orange cards are, they're kind of in the middle. You get a little mix of everything. I have no idea, but you guys could probably let me know if you have played this game down in the comments. I would greatly appreciate that. All right, now what do we have here? This is going to be, so these are going to be we got Civ. So it's a Civ 1, 2, 3, and 4 is what they are. Now I know they use these in the solo game. Okay. And basically, like, here's your Civ 1 cards, and you're going to get so many, like 3 of these that you have to try to complete, and it's going to get you different things that are going to help you out. Like I said, I don't know if any of these are solo only or not, because I haven't really paid that much attention. I'm going to say no based on that right there. Maybe. I don't know. So, but it's okay. We'll just take a look at them. I'm kind of thinking most everything is for the regular game. So, because I think, I think everyone's going to get these. That's right. Because I think you have a track that you go up, and when you hit certain levels of the track, that's what's going to allow you to be able to draw these cards. But then, of course, different things, different events can maybe take some of these away from you. It's possible. But yeah, okay, and there you go. And that is going to be all of our Civ cards. Okay, so we have the Civ cards, and then we have whatever these cards were. We had the event deck, and that's it. Okay, now, the coolest thing of all about this is this Lazy Susan. So let's take a look at this. This looks like we're definitely going to be filling this center section up with different size tiles. The same with these outer, and you're going to randomize them. But there's the bottom of it. Thing looks like it spins really super, super easy. Oh, cool. This thing even comes out, so nice thing is you can randomize it, so you don't always have to have the same size. You got these little ones with these little S-shaped ones. Well, in another game, you can switch them all up. So I like how this is going to randomize itself. That's actually really super cool. Okay, let's put him off to the side. Now, let's get some of these tiles out of here. And if I remember correctly, one of the things that I saw is these tiles are double-sided, and they did it that way so that way you can excuse me, have them move them in different ways and get them on your planet. So the front side of the tile, like here, should be the same as the back side of the tile. So because of that, I'm not going to punch every one of them for you, but as you can see, these things punch out really, really nice. But what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of give you a look at what they look like. Now, if you pause, you can actually see the cut lines, so you can actually see what the tiles look like. All right. And we got a whole bunch of different ones. Okay. All right, now these little triangle tiles, I'm not sure what those are. I haven't seen anything on those. We do have a rule book coming up, and the rule book's at the very bottom of this box. Okay. All right, but the cool thing I can't wait to see is what this is going to look like. You get all these tiles inside that Lazy Susan and get that thing on the table. I think it looks really cool. Plus, you're going to have all the player boards that everyone's going to have, their own little planet with their little track on it. Yeah, to me, this game just looks totally awesome. So, and everything I've heard about it, it actually plays really good, and what I've seen, it plays really good as well. So I'm actually really excited to play this one. And there you go. Okay, now, looks like we have our rule book right here. And I don't have any real good place. I'll tell you what, let's kind of slide this box out of the way a little bit. So that way we can actually get this rule book down the table, because I kind of want to flip through this a little bit and show you what we have on the inside. Okay, I'm going to have to kind of go side to side a little bit because I don't have my camera up high enough. But here you can see we're definitely all the polyomino tiles and how many of each one you get. Looks like you're going to get 12 of every different size. So you actually know how many you're going to get. Oh yeah, the commander token. So that's going to be probably your first player token right there. Oh, and depot indicators. I don't know what depot stuff means. All right, and then here's your diagram setup. So you can see a little 6-player game setup right there. See, and this is one of those games where everything is simultaneous in this game. So play this thing 6-player. That's the cool thing about this one. It's all simultaneous. You know, you're rotating the thing. One person's going to choose. You know, I don't remember how. You know, if someone chooses from the inside, I think everybody gets to pick whichever one they want. It's going to rotate around. But yeah, here you can definitely see what a planet's going to look like fully covered up. So it just looks really cool. Now we have some optional modules. We're only 8 pages in, and we're already at optional modules. Okay, so you know, here's your scoring example right there. So we got a 2-player variant. Okay, and I know there was a solo variant that I heard was supposed to be really good. So like, here's your solo setup, and there's supposed to be a solo variant that's like really good, to where it's like you're going to take each one of, or like 3 of these tokens, like say this is where you're drawing from, and you put them on this back side, and depending on the color, what the event is, if you pull from the inner, then you pop one of those tiles out. So it just kind of changes up the tile, so you're not always seeing every tile that's coming around. But that sounded really cool, so I'm curious to see how that plays out as well. All right, here's your asymmetric corporations. We got some more over here. What do we have over here? Oh, the asymmetric planets. Now, that's the backside of these boards. I hear they definitely have some different planets. So I'm curious to see how those are. It looks like there's a lot of them. I'm wondering how many planet boards there are in there. I figured there's only going to be maybe 6, but I'm thinking a whole lot more now. And then here's a glossary of all the terms and whatnot right on the back. Really nice. Okay, let's get this box back in here. And you know what? I think we do have a lot of these boards. So let's flip this over. Okay, I'm curious to see where we're going to put all these cards once we get done too. Now, let's see. I'm trying to get all these in for you so you can actually see them. So we're going to have Tartarus. Okay, and then on the back side, I believe this is just the standard regular planet. So this should be the planet that's on the back side of every single one of them. Okay, so what we want to look at is we want to look at like Persephone. All right, that's what we want to look at. We want to look at all these because, you know what? You've already seen that one. All right, Gaia. Take a look at Gaia right there. You know, and different things have to happen for different ones. So now this is cool. So like every tile placed into the planet's ring must also be anchored outside the ring. Okay, no idea what that means. Oh, so yeah, I don't know. I could guess, but I really don't know. All right. Ooh, wow, that looks kind of cool. Ooh, a little electrical on Petra. That's actually really nice. Boy, I can see how these asymmetric ones are just going to give you a lot of gameplay. So it looks like there's some really, really cool stuff with those. All right, I like those. And then you're going to get these player boards. Okay, so here's your different player boards. Like here's the Horizon group. On the back side, you're going to get the Universal Coalition. I don't know if, oh yeah, destroy a meteorite. What is it, double water? Oh yes, it looks like every one of these boards actually might play a little bit different. That's actually kind of really cool. So let's take that one. And for example, here's the Republic, and then here's Universal. So if I put them side by side, you definitely see where these two are totally different. Okay, and if we flip it over to this side, they're even different still. So because of that, these all may be different as well, but I'll let you take a look at, try to get that glare out of there for you. Take a look at what all those abilities are. And it looks like this here is even different as well. So there's Republic. Here's the Universal. All right. Oh yeah, and these tracks definitely are different. So every one of these plays totally different. That is fantastic. I absolutely love that. Okay, that's actually going to add a lot of replay to this game. Because then, based on whichever one of these boards you have, based on the different planets you're playing on, oh, it could like totally change your game up. That's actually really nice. All right, Universal Coalition, there's its ability. And there you go, there's its abilities. Okay. And let's see, we got a few more of these boards. Oh, jump drive. All right. Okay. And then there's you. So it must be Universal Coalition is going to be on every one of these. Unaffected by, yeah. So that's what it looks like. So it looks like it's just the backside. Okay. The Wormhole Corp. So all the Universal coalitions are all going to be the same. So that way, when you're playing, you can have a game to where everybody has the same stats. All right. I just didn't catch on to that fast enough. Universal Coalition, what are you talking? Man, I'm a little slow sometimes, but that's all right. You guys forgive me, right? Okay, so that's pretty much everything that comes in this box. Now, this fits in here nice and tight. And these cards are going to have to go in a box someplace because there is nowhere, or not a box, a bag. But for right now, just so I can get everything back in this box, you know what? I messed up one thing. I haven't punched all these tiles yet. I need to get all these tiles down on the bottom. So before we do all that, I got to get these tiles in here. Okay, so let's get all these tiles in there. Let's get this Lazy Susan back in here. All right. Now all these cards, I'm just going to put them on the side, and they should be okay. We'll double these ones up right here. Let's put these ones in that corner right there. Okay, so we got everything else. Got the tiles in. I think I had half of that off the screen. Actually thought my camera was going to be high enough. I guess I was wrong. Well, that's not the first time. All right, and let's put these Ziploc bags in here. Let's put our score things in here. We're going to put our rules, which probably should go down on the bottom, but we're going to put them on the top for right now. And here you go. Okay, now that, folks, is Planet Unknown. And trust me, I'm not going to stand this thing up on the end until I get those cards taken care of. I don't want them sliding all over the place. But that's it. That's what you're going to get. So if you get the retail version of Planet Unknown, this is not the deluxe. That's what you're going to get inside this box. To me, it looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to play this. So let's head back up top and let's close this out. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Planet Unknown from Adam's Apple Games. And I'll tell you what, there's not a ton in this game, but that Lazy Susan, those planet boards, everything looks really fantastic. I cannot wait to play this. I know it's a lighter game. It's just like maybe a 20-turn game where you just turn that Lazy Susan around. Everybody that's playing, they just get to draft one of the tiles that's right in front of them, place it on your little board, do a couple little things, rotate, draw another vent, do it again. Game looks fantastic. Sometimes, the lightest games you can play are the most fun, and in the right situation, sometimes they're the actual best game. So, looks good. Cannot wait to play this game. And there you go. Planet Unknown. Well, thank you once again for joining me today. As always, I please ask you to like this video on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on Facebook, and also on X. And also, please leave a comment on any one of those platforms, and I'll get to those comments just as soon as I can. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like the content that I provide, I humbly ask you to click on the subscription button, subscribe to my little family, and even click on that bell and be notified when I drop new videos. Also, if you like the videos that I do here, I also do post videos over on the Discriminating Gamers channel. I'll do reviews, unboxings, and some playthroughs over there as well. There will be a link to Cody's channel down in the details below. My mother uses lemon juice for her complexion. Maybe that's why she's so sour.